Like, that's why I say Rosen is the best QB in this draft. From the pocket. I mean,
You
yeah,
haven't
he might
always
hate
said that. You haven't always said that.
No,
so
I always know. From high
haven't
school,
always said that.
From high school, I always knew he had the arm talent. If you didn't watch him in high school and you. Like,
but this time a year ago, you were saying Darnold was better.
Yes,
so
because Darnold was playing better.
And you can take the
no one expected Darnold to just completely shit his pants all year at USC with that much talent at receiver and running back and tight end and everywhere else. And the offensive line was trash. That line played like trash.
And not in the defensive backfield.
Okay.
A separate topic.
Marvell Tell might snuff you.
I just want to know.
Stop hating on Jack Jones, too. Leave Jack Jones alone.
Well, wait. So you have all that You have all that talent in the front seven.
And a Hall of Fame left tackle, a good offensive line, decent running backs, and no offensive identity.
You have a first-round running back.
And first-round receiver,
quarterback.
First-round receiver, Corey Coleman.
You've got, 3 first-rounders in the front seven?
You got good receivers. You just don't have an offense. And it's pathetic.
Shout out to your boys, the Legion of Troy. All right, Kenny. So, that's about it for the roundtable. So, why don't you go ahead and give us your college football story of the week, take of the week.
This one is not about football, but Louisville basketball got their 2013 national title. How should I say? Vacated.
Hey, mixing it up.
Speaking of vacated news, and Rick Pitino has that tattoo on his back because if they won, they had to get the tattoo of the championship on his back, and he did. Kevin Ware, the dude who destroyed his femur, and it was terrible. I didn't want to rethink that moment. On the way to them winning the national title with Peyton Seaver at point guard, he said on Twitter, he was like, I don't care if they revoke the wins or not, bro. I still got a fat ass ring on my finger that says we won a national championship.
And Anthony Bennett is still the number 1 pick because I got flopped.
How did that happen? How did that happen that year?
That tournament run,
bro. What the hell did Anthony Bennett do in college? I was like
that tournament, like literally that tournament run.
What school did he go to? I don't even remember. He's so trash.
He went to Louisville.
He didn't go to Louisville.
Yeah, he did.
Oh God, I thought he went to like some D2s. I thought he went to like George Mason or something.
Nah, he went to Louisville.
Bro, as soon as I saw Anthony Bennett, I was like, that's a terrible pick. Why would you pick him? He clearly wasn't ready. Like, it's just a common sense thing.
I know we were talking about the whole.
That's the biggest college story.
I know we were talking about the whole.
And Jalen Hurts should
being at the top,
transfer.
and you need to know. So, Pitino, I mean not Pitino. What's his name?
Pitino screwed it up. Rick Pitino was the head coach.
Oh, Petrino,
no.
Same thing.
That was dirty. But Petrino learned from his lesson. He got quiet and just coached.
My point is, Pitino, how does he play into this? Which he's probably like 2 years away from coaching season.
Wow. Where's the gunshots? Where's the thunder? Just damn. I can't believe you just said that. Reggie D is going to snuff you, man. Quiet storm.
Nah,
bro, Stephen Maxwell gonna pull up on you.
I mean, that's Reggie Theus' mentor. My point is, how much accountability is his legacy held?
Oh, he's tarnished. He has a black mark on him because of this, and the fact that all the black assistants, and it's weird. In college, I've a lot of stories in which, like Tony Bland, like at USC, a lot of black assistant coaches always get the fall. Like Todd McNair at USC, he was proven that he didn't do anything wrong in that Reggie Bush case, and it's like they'll never get another coaching gig because of getting blackballed, and it sucks, and it's not right. When it just comes down to it, Pitino got what he got. He knows he did dirt. He's a flawed guy. But Louisville, Kentucky needs to know that you wouldn't have won a title without him. Know that and be thankful that you actually bested Kentucky that year. But vacating wins is still the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Because I don't care what anyone says. I saw Reggie Bush go for almost 600 yards by himself against Fresno State.
You weren't saying that last week in Notre Dame, though, so let's be real.
bro.
Let's be real.
Okay.
Let's
What
be
happened?
real.
What happened
You
in
were
that
saying
year?
that
What
last
happened
week.
in that year?
You were saying that week.
I think North Carolina should got punished, but it sets a bad precedent. I don't care about Notre Dame, so screw them. But if we're keeping,
I don't know, man. I wish I had a backing up sound, but we don't need to go there. It's your birthday week, so I'll let you live.
Yeah, let me live. Damn. I just want to live. Can I do that?
Can I get my damn UPS truck sound though, please?
Okay, that's all you have to say.
Shit.
I'll get you that particular sound. I mean, you could Google it right now, but whatever. But anyway, when it comes to the Notre Dame situation, they got their ass kicked.
Major.
They got their
never mind.
emphasis. First off, general emphasis, and shut up. Trash ass.
Welcome
hairline.
to 26.
Your hairline still looks like a broken protractor, so be quiet. But anyway, when it comes to that whole situation with Notre Dame, it's really foul because, they got their ass kicked that year by Alabama. So it's embarrassing to get those wins vacated. And Alabama's like, but we won that year. So no one's going to attest it.
All right, man. So I know we spent a little bit of extra time because we had some guests on the open part of the show. So
we still got time.
Of course, we always got time. Touchdowns and tangents. Add us. Follow us. Subscribe. iTunes, SoundCloud, Speaker, the usual spots. If you listened to us before, you know what this podcast is like. But
this podcast is kind of like when you get insanely high off a pot brownie, have a bunch of life-changing epiphanies about yourself, and then you go see Black Panther really high and realize it's even better the second time. You've been warned.
Yeah, what this podcast isn't is a bunch of dudes just standing here talking because we really know what we're talking about. We're really having compelling discussion, dialogue, discourse, whatever you intellectuals are calling it this day. Because really...
And you hipster journalists, we know you're out there.
Really, this broadcast is just something to take you away from your day. Listen to on the bus, listen to when you're chilling, whatever the case, kicking it with your girl. You want to put her on some sports knowledge. You want to talk a little smack to her.
She think you cheat, but really you just listening to us. So in fact,
And the best part is, man, we even put this on the podcast on Friday so you can take it wherever you go. Just lock in, open up a brew, chill, relax, wind down, and laugh, act, whatever you got to do.
If you want to make all your coworkers uncomfortable because the things we say they probably think about but they're too scared to say, just play this podcast around them.
Or if you want them to learn a little bit of culture and, popular trends and news and, actually bring something to the table.
Yeah, and if you actually claim that you actually believe in intersectionality, then hey, bring us along on that ride too. Because we're diverse.
We just slandered the MeToo movement for like
Hey, man. If you
all right, anyways,
you gotta be able to take a joke.
Anyways, okay, so
we love you though.
Let's move into the game segment of the show since we broke it down what this podcast is like. So Kenny, I'll give you a recent transaction, and you can tell me if this is a touchdown or a turnover.
Bet.
Doug Martin, the muscle hamster. Your boy from Boise State.
Another Bay Area product.
Dude who just got cashed out like 2 years ago. He got cut from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, saved them $6.75 million in cap space. Is this a touchdown or a turnover?
This is a touchdown for both sides. Dirk Cutter is literally... He's like that dude who just is the beta male who you don't want leading in a situation where everyone's lives are in danger because he'll get you all killed. There's no reason why that offense with Deshaun Jackson, O.J. Howard, Mike Evans, and Jameis Winston was as trash as it was. Hopefully they take guard Quentin Nielsen out of Notre Dame because they need it. But
what about that other running back they had from
Peyton Barber?
No.
Charles Sims?
Yeah.
He's somewhere else.
What's he going to get? Oh, he got cut?
No, I think he got traded or something. He went somewhere better. But, in his case, it's just good for him. He needs to change the scenery. He was a great back. He was a great player coming into the league out of Boise State. Probably one of the best running back prospect ever. Let's be honest.
And he can speak on that.
I watched him play his whole time at Boise. And he was a linebacker at one point.
Real quick, what's the team you would want to see him at?
I think he would get resurgent career with maybe the Steelers or the Ravens because they did a good job with Alex Collins, or even the New England Patriots.
So basically, you see him in that D'Angelo Williams role.
Yeah, at this point in his career, he's not going to get top back money anymore. He already got that. At this point, just go somewhere where you know you'll get run. He can do it all. He just has to stay healthy and keep his mind clear. So it's good that he's leaving Tampa. Hopefully he goes to a better situation. Hell, go to Philly. Apparently that seems to work. Dilly.
Always got to plug your former podcast names.
Always. The conglomerate is manifesting itself.
All right. Adam Vinatieri re-signed with the Indianapolis Colts.
What else is he going to do?
For a 1-year deal. Touchdown or turnover?
He's sadly their best player. There's more strength in his quad, and his lower legs than in Andrew Luck's shoulder tissue and nerve.
And which, by the way, if you don't know, Vinatieri's a large reason why the Patriots dynasty even exists. So, yeah, he's part of the evil empire. Okay. Terrell Freeman, Chicago Bears, middle linebacker? Yeah, he's a middle linebacker. Former
Colt.
Former Colt. Wasn't he with the Broncos, too?
I don't think so. It was Danny Trevathan, but he played at Ohio State.
Freeman, I think he was like one of the top 1, 2, or 3 inside linebackers a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Last year he only played 1 game because he got hurt. So is this a turnover or a touchdown?
A touchdown again for both sides. Because Chicago, like good players who go to Chicago's defense have been sucky. It just hasn't worked out. They're running a 3-4. It didn't work out with him. And you already had Danny Trevathan there.
Shout out to John Fox.
You had Christian Smith, I think, or the former Florida State linebacker. And then you have Trevathan, Freeman. It's just better if he goes somewhere else.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up with the Raiders because
don't say things like
31 years old.
Can't take
he
it
has
back.
Injury concerns, and
He's
we
Nick
all
Roach?
know. And we all know Reggie McKenzie doesn't like to draft linebackers.
I can develop them. When? Show me one linebacker you developed, and Khalil Mack don't count.
Okay, your boy, Brian Cushing, got his pink slip from the Houston Texans this week. Touchdown or turnover?
Touchdown for the Texans. Turnover for him because I don't know who else is going to hire a guy who keeps getting busted for steroids. And he's injury prone. He's a decent spot guy. He might thrive in New England. I could see that.
I could definitely see him going to New England.
They love washed-up linebackers.
They
just make them play one role that they're good at, and that stabilizes the defense. And
that's literally what I was just going to say.
Great minds think alike.
Speaking of that, Nick Fairley was also cut from the Saints.
It was
a year after he just signed a deal.
Yeah,
touchdown or turnover.
That's a touchdown, man. He had that disease where he almost wasn't even supposed to play again, and the fact that he's expendable, so he can't really be mad. Like he got a second chance with the Saints and had a career year. I think made the Pro Bowl. Good for him.
Yeah,
Sheldon Rankins was taking his spot anyway.
Exactly. The whole injury thing. It's really a turnover for him, and it's unfortunate because it was kind of an injury that he really couldn't control.
Nothing he can do about it.
But for the Saints, they needed to shore up some money because they may lose Kenny Vaccaro.
Vaccaro. Kenny Vaccaro.
Shout out to the 661 Santa Clarita Valley.
By the way, if you look at my notebook, Pete, Kenny Vaccaro's name is on there. Oh, you think I'm lying?
No, I believe you. I know.
I just want to throw
it. It's not that hard to pull up top free agents and write it down in your notebook. You really could have just went and printed it out, but it's cool.
Yeah, because I'm really gonna go all the way to a library.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Like, no, I respect you. You're gonna remember it more now because you wrote it down. But
again, stop taking subtle jabs.
I'm not taking subtle jabs.
That felt like an inside jab.
No, I'm just saying.
Like the listeners don't know.